two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
Here we go.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game. Stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time. Made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 26.
Now the 3rd-year man, Najee Harris.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Slot man moves right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here comes Abdullah on the return.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Raiders at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hey, go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. First down, and they go back to Harris. Room here to run. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll toss to Harris. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here we go.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
1 Omaha. 11. 12, fellas. Here we go. Set hunt.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here we go.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12. Go ahead.
Garoppolo on first down.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Myers may be one of the most unsung wide receiver ones of the last 2 seasons with over 800 yards of steady production both years. The Raiders add him to a loaded receiver room, and they'll rely on him to move the chains as he did in New England.
On first down, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
95 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. The slot man in motion right.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Pickett back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
13.
Garoppolo now.
He finds Mayer here.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. First down now, but that clock rolling.
21. 65. 1, Omaha.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Garoppolo going to stay on the field with the Raider offense. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Johnson's got it complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game
Both
here.
teams making their final adjustments before we get started. Once again, and for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
They'll roll him out right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
117 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They run for it with Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Here we go, here we go,
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Clock.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man, that's Renfro. Now he's free up the right sideline. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfro. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go,
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
21. Here we go.
On play action. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
136 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Let's go now.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Finds Pickens out right.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Bilal Nichols there on the stop.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson from 17 yards out.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
11.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Pickett's throw brought in by Austin.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Second down, goal to go. Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Washington.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Pickett.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
To throw is Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete. I guess Yes, you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Hey, come on.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This will be from 53 for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so bad.